Welcome everyone. Today we're going to be talking about consultation forms and why they are crucial and so important for your business and for yourself and your clients. So a consultation is generally a series of questions to determine whether an individual is suitable for a service or not. This will give you a guideline as to whether you're going to go ahead with the treatment or they may need to come back in future. Now, on a consultation form, generally it's split into different categories. You'd have your personal details, so their name, phone number, address. Depends on different systems and what information you need from the client. Generally, some people do postcode or where they live for their demographics and I guess the postcodes or areas that they're covering. But for myself, I just generally do like name, date of birth, and their contact number, best contact number. Another category that you need to have is their medical history. So if they are on any medication or have had any recent surgeries, if they have any information, especially to do with their service, you need to know, because that will determine what's going to happen after the service. Then you would also have what they do or their lifestyle factors. So what we mean by this is, and I'll give an example of, say for instance, you're doing a nail service and you're asking them what they do for their occupation. If they are someone who's in administration or they're using a computer a lot, generally the longevity of their results are not going to be the same as someone who doesn't have that same occupation. So it's really good to know what your client does, what services they're coming in for, because then that can give you a better guideline as to how long they're going to get out of their treatment as well. And then you can offer them the appropriate aftercare and advice to help with that. And then the main category that you need to have is a waiver or a signature form. So generally it's always a bit more towards the bottom of a consultation form, and that will just cover you and your business from any claims or liability. You have to have this because if you don't and something does happen, you're not protected, that's all. You can have consultation forms in paper versions, but obviously it's very old school and outdated. I myself have my tattooing consult forms paper only because they are quite large, and I feel like doing it on an iPad or a phone it's too small to have it on that area. But all my other consult forms are done digitally. So it's your preference, what works best for you and your salon. Just make sure that when you do have paper versions that you've got clipboards and appropriate pens or something separate that your clients can use to fill them out. So why it is so crucial to have a consultation form, it's more particularly for medication and products that the client uses. Now, over time with your clients, you'll become familiar with what their skincare routine is, what they use, what medications they take, and if it is affecting their treatment. Sometimes if you don't know and it's not noted and you do notice them having a reaction or something isn't quite right with the service that you're doing, 9 times out of 10 it is because they haven't told you something that they are taking, and that's what's reacting with the product or the service that you're performing on them. So really, really important to make sure that you have that open communication with them. And there's nothing wrong with taking medications or using different skincare. You just need to alter the treatment, or you need to advise your client of what to do in those circumstances. One good example I have or come across so many times, and even my regulars still do this, they will use active skincare and they've used it too close to their waxing appointment essentially. So you need to not hound them, but sometimes hound them just to make sure that they're aware to stop using those products, generally about anywhere from 3 to 7 days before their appointment, and then continue using it about 3 to 7 days after their appointment. That's just to avoid any further implications or any other, factors or issues that may arise from that too. So really, really, really important to make sure that you do ask them at all times. Even if they're clients that come in every month, always touch base with them. Just say, is there anything different, new, anything changed? And then you can go from there. So if you do have it on paper, look, you do need to make sure that you're keeping up to date with your local area laws, council, you know, regulations, things like that. It was 7 years to keep it stored and filed. It may be different in your area though, so make sure that you do always check that. And generally, if it's been over 10 years, you're definitely meant to get rid of them or dispose of them in a confidential way. So not just throwing it in the bin, make sure that it's either shredded or torn up, or yeah, just so that there's no details that can be kept or seen from someone else. How often would someone fill out a consult form? This one, I would probably suggest, if it's been a long time since the client has come for a service, probably do it every 6 to 12 months. I did mention earlier about always asking them every time they come in. So if there is a change or something different, make sure that you note that down on their file so that you've always got that information. But generally about, yeah, every 6 to 12 months for a completely new form, or if they have not returned in a long time, you would complete a new form as well. So as we have mentioned, consultation is very important and it must be performed for every single beauty service. Now, we do cover consultation and legalities in every course that we do have available at the beauty school. So make sure you head over to the website and check them out. Thank you for watching. I hope that this information helped you. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Let us know if you want to see any more information on consultation, or maybe there's been a circumstance that you need help with or an issue that keeps arising. We're more than happy to help you with that. Be sure to hit the bell. If you have any questions, let us know and we might answer those in the future Q&As. Bye! Adios! Ciao!
Hasta luego.
Antio!